Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Magic Box. So in this video, I want to go a little bit deeper into the coding. Just as a previous video, we learned how to just connect a light, which we've done before, but then we learned how to code it. And so I have my code here up on the screen, and then if you look on the little video, the camera on the right side, you'll see the blinking light, okay? So I have the code here, same as last time. And we learned that these four commands here create a long blink, because what's happening is we have this command turns the light on, we chill out for 2000 milliseconds, which is the same as 2 seconds, then we turn off the light, then we chill out for 2 seconds. So it's on for 2 seconds, and then it's off for 2 seconds. That's a long blink. And then right after that, we turn it on, and then we turn it, and then we chill out for 200 milliseconds, turn it off, chill out for 200 milliseconds. And then at the end, we have a long, we just wait for 2 seconds before we start up again. So that's the code that's running. If you can see, we should have one long blink and one short blink. So long blink, short blink. Wait 2 seconds, start over. Long blink, short blink. Okay? Now the challenge that I provided, let's just go back here, is doing the second one here where it's one long blink, another long blink, and then 2 short blinks after. Okay, so how would we do that? Let's go ahead and do that real quickly. So these 4 are a long blink, right? So I'm going to copy that, just Control C, and then just paste it right under. All right, so then I have 2 of these now. So I have 2 long blinks, and then I just go to my short blink area. I'm gonna copy that, put it down here. I want to fix this indentation here so it looks all nice and neat. And just a quick note, whenever we're doing the code, we want our code to line up as clearly as possible so that it's easier to read. Okay, so if I had code that looks like this, like that, and then here, and then here, this area just looks really hard to read. It's like trying to read a book and the lines are kind of messed up, and where sentences, each paragraph starts is different. So we want to keep good formatting. So let's go like this, line them all up. Okay. Now there is a rhyme and reason. There's a strategy as to what goes where. But for now, we'll get more into that later, but for now we'll just make sure we line up all our statements like here. You see they're all in the same indent, all indent position. Okay, so we have 2 long blinks, 2 short blinks, and then we chill out for 2000. Let's upload and just make sure that that works. One long, 2 long, 1, 2. You see that? 2 long ones, 2 shorts. Cool. And let's go back to our challenge sheet. 3 long and 3 short. Should be pretty straightforward, right? We just do what we did before. We just add to it. Okay, so here's our long area. So I'm going to take another long, copy that, paste it there. Now I have 3 long blinks. And what's nice, when you have your code all written, you can just copy and paste, which is nice. Then we're going to do another one. Copy and paste. Okay. Then I have these will be my 3 short blinks. All right, let's go ahead and upload. Let's connect. 1 long, 2 long, 3 long. Blink, blink, blink. 1 long, 2 long. Okay, so then it just repeats over and over again. Now what I said, going back to our challenge sheet here, you see when we do this, 3 long and 3 short, it becomes SOS. So how does that work? So that's International Morse code. I have a little Morse code sheet here. All right. And if we look at it, we can see that all the letters in the Morse code alphabet are communicated through dots or dashes. So let's find S. You see S? Okay. Let me zoom in here. See, S is dot, dot, dot. Okay. And then O is dash, dash, dash. All right. So a dot is going to be a short blink, and then a dash is going to be longer, a long blink. So 3 short blinks and 3 long blinks. All right. So let's go back to our little thing here. I said 3 long blinks and then 3 short blinks. So I think I got it flipped there, right? It should be 3 little ones and then 3 long ones. So I technically got it kind of reversed. But here's the interesting thing about SOS, and the reason why SOS might be 3 long blinks and 3 short blinks. When you actually upload it to the robot, and if you look at it, you can't really tell, is it 3 long blinks first or is it 3 short blinks first, because it just keeps cycling. Okay, so the thing is let's say your ship is stranded or something and you need help. You just start coding this, or you start just turning lights on and off by connecting some wires. We learned about making closed circuits in the previous few videos, right? And you just create 3 long ones and 3 short ones and just keep looping it over and over again. People will be able to, who can read Morse code, will be able to see. They'll say OSO or SOS, and then, but the fact that just S and O just keep repeating, you'll be able to see, oh, somebody needs help, right? So that's why I think it's, it's just, interesting the way that it works out here. All right. So now that we've talked about that, I want to go ahead and add some more efficiency to our code. Okay. Actually, before we do that, I want to clean up our code to match our Morse code sheet here. Okay. So let's go here, back to here. Okay. All right. You see the way we have it here? I have a little key here on the right. Okay. The key. So it says on this, it says that. So I'm just gonna move this over a little bit here. Okay. It says that for a dot, an LED is on for 100 milliseconds and an LED is off for 100 milliseconds. Okay. So I think we have it a little bit different. So let's go for a dot. So let's go ahead and make it, the correct way. For the first one, we want to do dot, 3 dots first. Okay. We're going to do 3 dots first. So for a dot, let's go back to here. A dot is 100 milliseconds on, 100 milliseconds off. Okay, so let's do 100 milliseconds on and 100 milliseconds off. So this is a dot. I'm going to put a comment here, okay? All right, and then let's do the same thing. 100, 100, 100, 100. All right, and when it turns green here, it just means this is a comment. It's just a note. It's not going to actually be a command that the computer processes. It's just for us to remember things. And the way you do it is you begin it with // these two. You don't need this dash here. Out of habit, I put this dash there, but you don't really need it. Okay, I'll just take it out, just so it's not confusing. Okay. Dot dot dot. Cool. And then if you look at it, it says end of letter, turn the LED off for 1000 milliseconds. Okay. So we have 3 dots and our letter is S, right? So we finished the letter. So after this, let's put a delay. What was it again? End of letter is 1000 milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds. Okay. Cool. So these 3 dots and then a delay 1000 milliseconds is the letter S. Right, 3 dots, letter S. You can see that, right? Okay, now let's do the dashes. Okay, the dashes are going to be for the O. Okay, so it's going to go 3 dashes. That's after this right here. Now the 3 dashes, this is a little bit different now. It's 300 milliseconds on, and then 100 off. So it's a little different now. You get 300 on, but off for 100. So 300 and off for 100. 300 off for 100. 300 off for 100. Alright, so this would be a dash, these 4. These 4 are another dash, and these 4 are another dash. And then we have to do the end of a letter, we have to delay for 1000, right? Based on our key, because the key says end of letter, off for 1000 milliseconds. Now, end of a word, off for 2000 milliseconds. So before it just kept looping. You know how I said if you did SOS or OSO, it just kind of looks like SOSOSO and so forth. But if we want to add some more clarity, we can say, okay, we're done with the word. We're making a word SOS. So at the end of that, we want to turn everything off, turn the LED off for 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. So if we're going to do that, then we have to actually put in our another 3 dots. Okay, so we're going to copy all this, okay, including the delay after the letter. So this is going to be another S, right? All this is an S. So I'm going to copy that and put it down here after this. Boom. Okay. All right. So now let's just recap. We have all this is an S. All this is an O. And then all this is another S. And then at the end, we're going to delay 2000 for the end of the word, which is SOS. Okay? So this is like kind of the right way to do it. Earlier, we're just kind of like, it's an emergency. Let's just do this 3 short ones, 3 long ones, and then hopefully someone sees it. This would be the more formal way, and let's check this out. Okay, let's see if we can read it out. Okay, I'm going big screen here. Blink, blink, blink. Yeah, so it's faster, but you could see what's going on. 3 blinks, 3 dashes, and 3 dots. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So there's our SOS. Okay. Now let's go back here to our code, and I want to make it a little bit more efficient. Okay. So one thing I noticed is like, man, this is a lot of code, and I copy and paste it over and over, the same thing over and over. Like these 4 commands as a dot, there are so many of these, right? Actually, there are 1, 2, 3 of those pieces of code, and then 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 dots, and it's all the same code repeated over and over again, right? So these 4 lines for a dot, it's just repeated 6 times. So 6 times 4, that's 24 lines of code that's just being repeated. Okay, so what we can do is we can use something called a function. So check it out. A function is just basically a shortcut. It's gonna say, it's kind of like when you have an abbreviation in English, right? Like, oh, even SOS. All right, so what does SOS stand for? I've heard save our ship, you know, save our souls or something. Like, I've heard different things. You could probably look it up, but the idea is SOS. That's an abbreviation for something longer. Okay, but you don't have to write the whole thing, because it's like, hey, I know what that means. SOS means like you need help, you need saving. So this is going to be like a function's like a abbreviation. And this is how it works, okay? So we're going to go right here, and it doesn't have to be right here in between here. It could also be, you could also do it up here that we're going to write something, but I like to do it after the setup. So if you want to just do exactly as I do, go ahead. So I'm going to just make a new function. So you go void space, and then we're going to call this dot, okay? Because we're going to make a function or abbreviation or shortcut for the dot. You dot, then you open a parentheses and then close a parentheses. Now, because in our software here, it just automatically creates this second parentheses. Okay, so because once you go open parentheses, see it just pops up. But if it doesn't pop up for a reason, or you accidentally erase it, just make sure it's like that. So you have open and close parentheses, open curly brace, and then you press enter, and I think the closed curly brace will show up too. Enter. Yep. See, line 12, it just showed up there. All right. So now you've created a new function called dot, and it's an abbreviation. So inside that, you put all the code for the dot. So then I take my 4 lines here. Okay. And I'm going to copy these 4 lines. Boom. And I'm going to paste it into there. So now I have my abbreviation for the dot, which is right here, and I call it dot, so it's easy to remember. All right, now what? Now we have an abbreviation. We don't have to write all the code for dot whenever we need it. We can just erase all this, boom, and then just say dot, and then open parentheses, close parentheses, but it gave it to me already, and then semicolon to end our statement. Okay, so in the loop, once it sees dot, and then the computer sees these two open and close parentheses, it knows it's a function. So then what it's going to do is going to look in your code and say, where is the dot function? It's going to be like, is this a dot function? It's not. Is this a dot function? Yes, this is a dot function, and it's going to do these 4 commands. And what's cool is that you don't have to write these 4 commands right here anymore. So what does that mean? That means these 4, which is also dot, I can just replace with, erase that, dot, function call. It's called a function call, where you put the dot in the open and close parentheses, that, and their statement. Same thing here, right? It's another dot. Okay, now it's looking super clean, right? My the function, the 3 dots here is actually, the amount of code is the same amount as my my comments here. So now, like, I don't even think I need my comment now, because it's very clear what it does, right? So I'm just going to clean it up, and I'll just call my comment 3 dots. Isn't that clean? Doesn't that feel good? Okay, cool. And then down here, dash, I don't have a function for, but I go down here and I have 3 dots again, right? So I'm just going to quickly do that. Dot, dot, dot. Get rid of those. I'll say 3 dots. Okay, I'll put the delay right after so that it kind of fits together, because after our letter we put a delay, so I kind of want to just group them together. All right, so that's my S, and that's my second S. Okay, let's just upload this, make sure it still works. Three dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. Okay, so it's working. All right, so now you probably can guess what I'm trying to do. Let's make another function for dash. Okay, so I just go somewhere, create some new lines in between the functions, right? So I'm creating a new function that's in between the dot function and the loop function. So right here, make sure you do our void, and then we do dash, open and close parentheses, open curly brace, close curly brace, and then we put our code for dash in between these 2 curly braces. Let's go down. Here's our dash code. I am just gonna copy. Oh no, not all that. Just this. Okay. Cut that. Put it in. Okay, that's my dash code, and I need 3 dashes, right? So I go dash, dash, dash. Again, I have the open and close parentheses to tell the computer that I'm having a function here. So make sure it goes to my function or our abbreviation. All right, so I got 3 dashes. And let's get rid of what we don't need. Look at that. Beautiful, so efficient. Dot, dot, dot. 3 dashes. Sorry, 3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 dots. All right, let's upload this, make sure it works. Okay. 3 dots. Or I think, okay, it's just like 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. All right. So we still have SOS. It's working here, and it's super efficient. Our code's super clean now. All right. Okay, let's do something. Let's do something new. Okay. So let's say if we want to do another word, another 3-letter word. Let's say we wanted to do fox. You know what? No, let's maybe I'll give you that challenge, fox. Let's do go, G-O, just G-O. Okay. So we see G is dash dash dot. Okay. Dash dash dot. So I'm gonna do a comment here. G, which is dash dash dot, just so I remember. Okay, so all I have to do now is dash dash dot, and then after the letter I have to put a delay 1000. Remember, on the key it says after a letter put delay 1000. That's what it says right here. End of letter off for delay 1000. Okay. Easy, right? Okay, now I'm gonna go here, and I wanted to just do go, right? Is that what I said? Go. Then O is dash dash dash, which I have already, right? O is dash dash dash, and then I just do one of these. And then get rid of all this stuff. I don't need it, right? Okay. Oh, forgot. I have to do a delay 1000 there for after the O, and then I delay for 2000. All right, let's upload this. Okay, can you see what's happening here? And then stop. Okay, starting over now. Dash dash dot dash dash dash. And that should be go. Yeah. All right, so I just showed you how to do go. All right. So let's go with challenges for this time. Let's just do a few words here. Fox, Ed, because that's my name. Okay. Edward, which is my formal name and much longer. See if you can get that to work. Okay. And then this, let's see, let's do a sentence. Okay. Let's do your name. Okay. Which is, whatever your name is, and then let's go my, or I am, and then inside here, your name. Okay, so in the quotes, put your name, not actually literally your name, right? Put whatever. So if your name is Chris, you would number 5 say I am Chris. Now let's go back to the key here. It says end of a word is 2000, right? So you would do I, whatever the blinks are for I, and then wait 2000. Then do am, and then wait 2000, and then do whatever your name, like if your name's Chris, do Chris, and then wait 2000. All right, and then see if then you could kind of see type a message, and if you have a partner, you could create a message and then see if your partner is able to read it back out. Okay, now this would be super hard, or not super hard, but it would just take a long time, a lot of code if you didn't have these functions here, the dot and dash function. But if you have the dot and dash function, it's actually not too bad. Okay, so that's why I wanted to go over creating those functions. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. The next time that you see me, we're gonna go, I might talk about while loops a little bit, and then we're also gonna connect another component, an RGB light. Okay, it's a light that has 3 different colors built in. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Have fun with that. If you have any questions, of course, always reach out. All right, talk to you later.